First off, obviously, most importantly, so devastated by what happened yesterday, the tragedy. Man, this community and youth means so much to my wife and I, and to see that happen is just so disappointing and frustrating, and I just feel so bad for those families and those kids, and so just want to give them a shout out and just say that we love them, praying for them, deeply praying for them and their families and all those affected, and excited to be back in this community to hopefully help where we can. I know there's not a lot that you can do in that situation, but my wife and I, obviously, this place means so much to us, so want to help out where we can. And to transition from that, just Carolina means a lot to my family and I now. What a special place, and is going to hold a special place in our hearts for a lot of reasons outside of football, the relationships that you build over a couple seasons and even in the training camp this year. Didn't know this was going to happen until yesterday morning, and so yesterday was an absolute whirlwind, but obviously you guys know without me saying it how much this place means to me, the state, the city, this organization, the Wilfs, coaches, players. So couldn't be more excited, and there's nothing I could say to tell you how excited I am to be back home and my family. Can't wait till they get them back here as they're excited as well. So open up some questions. Good to see you all, and yeah.
Could you have imagined, the way the NFL works, that you'd be walking back into this building as a player?
No, I think that's why it makes it so crazy, because I just didn't think that this was even a possibility. I thought the next time I would be talking to you guys is when I was signing a one-day contract and retiring. So this is pretty surreal. And again, I'm going to take advantage of every second that I'm back in this building, and I've tried to do that from a little bit of a different perspective.
Adam, obviously everyone saw the video of you and Cora yesterday. You mentioned your kids, but that was so authentic, I think, and just how excited are they? They remember Minnesota to be able to come back. Yeah,
that was pretty raw emotion right there, because I had just found out, and again, at that time, I'm a be where your feet are guy, and at that time, minutes before that, I was a Carolina Panther getting ready for practice and excited about what that looked like, and so just the raw emotion there with my daughter, who's a Spitfire and has a lot of energy and excitement, and was pretty cool, and a memory that I'll never forget.
Adam, did you hear any rumblings before that, and do you pay attention to them, or did you just put them in the back? What?
I do have social media, unfortunately, so I saw a lot going on. Been an emotional few days for my family and I, but again, for me, I know how important it is to be where your feet are. And there's so many great people in that organization, players that mean so much to me, and coaches and staff and people in that building. The people that made my eggs every morning. We built such a strong relationship that there also was I had to be where my feet were, and I had to be all in on that. And so was it hard? Yes, to hear both sides, but I also, again, that's just who I am. I'm going to go and give everything I have to where I'm at, and again, to respect what they've done for me.
How are you different now because you got to go to Carolina? How are you a different person, a different football player?
Yeah, I think just different perspective, I grew a lot individually in my time there. We grew a lot closer as a family, having to kind of do this little adventure on our own. Our whole time here in Minnesota, we had family, friends, loved ones right here. And so it was our first time in our life that we kind of had to do this together as a family. So much growth, and so much, just a different perspective on life and football and this organization, the city, the state, what it means to us. So again, I'm going to make sure that this emotion doesn't just fade away. It's going to be hopefully something that lasts my entire time here, just how appreciative I am to be here.
You talk about life being, if Jordan Addison isn't suspended, they may never be looking for a wide receiver. Do you put all that together and say, I know for you, a lot of that's probably spiritually based, huh?
Yeah, again, I just don't worry about that stuff. I really have to focus on what I can control, and yeah, just be the best version of myself every single day. Wherever that is, I'm going to be committed to that, and I'm excited to work with these receivers. When Jordan gets back, I'm so excited to work with him. And again, at the end of the day, go try to win games and bring Minnesota home what they deserve.
Adam, the last couple summers you've had to work with JJ, what has that done for your impression of him and just even building a little bit of familiarity before you guys get on the field together?
Yeah, crazy to look at that just because when we were working out together, there was no thought of ever actually playing together, which is just crazy. But at the time, it was just had so much respect for him, for how he approaches the game, even in the summer months when you don't really have to do those things. But just his work ethic, his mindset, his communication of how he's doing things. You know, sometimes you get in the habit of just going out there and throwing the football and not really thinking more than that. I think what's cool about him is he just approached it from okay, this is what I'm thinking, this is kind of the route, and this is why we have this in our system, and it's similar to what I was doing in Carolina. So it's cool to see that approach, especially from a young guy.
Adam, have you seen Justin yet, and what was his reaction when you first saw him?
I have seen him, yeah, and it was honestly, I compare it to, I told my wife last night, I compare it to when you know, you're a kid and you're a kid, you're around your friends all the time, you leave for college, whatever, you come back and you see him, it's like you never left, like it was yesterday. And that's how I felt with Justin. It was like we've never been on a different team. And so obviously love that guy to death and have so much respect for him on and off the field, and we have such a great relationship. So good to be back.
Now.
Yeah.
Like
don't worry, it's fake. So.
Adam, what did you learn from the experience of working with a young quarterback with Bryce over the last 2 years that you can transfer over with JJ?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into like necessarily comparing the two situations, but I will say this about Bryce because he deserves the respect: is he's a great man, he's a great leader, he's a great quarterback, and you saw that at the end of last year. Just the stuff that he had to go through, the adversity his first 2 years in the league, you don't wish that upon anybody. And so for him to kind of handle that and then to where he's at right now, it just says a lot about his character and who he is and what kind of player he's going to be in this league. So much respect for him, because I'm probably not here today. I guarantee I'm not here today without him. Just him trusting in me, him giving me opportunity, and believing in me to be able to still continue to play this game that I love.
Adam, you stay in the league until you're 35. Like what?
How to?
Yeah. How do you do it? What's the name?
Hey, be where your feet are. Seriously, like every day, just take advantage of every opportunity, whether that be on the field, whether that be recovery, whether that be time with my family, getting a mental break from football. But yeah, again, like, and the good Lord has blessed me, right? Like it's a lot of things that I can control, and there's a lot of things I can't control. And I just trust that God's got my back and has been in control, and he's writing his story that he's already had written, and I'm just following his guidance.
Adam, you've had to play with backup quarterbacks who've had to come in and have success. As you look at some of those guys, Case and some of these guys, what trait did they have, a good trait that they've all had in common? They can come in and do what they did.
Gamers, guys that can just step in, not have the reps, maybe not have a lot of attention from coaching, whatever, and can just go out there and ball. And just gamers. I don't know necessarily how to break that down, but guys that can just, their passion for the game, their love for the game, their understanding of the game is just at a level that allows them to just go out there and just be free and play football. And those guys all have that trait.
Adam, was there a point in this process that you were given a choice about whether this would happen or not?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the specifics again. For me, to be honest, I was just focusing on what I can control. Yeah. And that was every time I was in that building, I was in there giving everything I had to the very last second. I was in the hot tub in Carolina when I found out yesterday morning. And because I was giving everything I had there, I was getting ready to go and perform. So that's why you have an agent. That's why they have GMs. And again, like for me, I was just focused on what I can control because I knew that there was a very realistic possibility that this would not happen. And so I just had to be there out of respect to my teammates.
Adam, what is your excitement level playing for Kevin again?
Oh man, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't excited, right? Like this is a really unique opportunity, and yeah, excited. He's unbelievable. I got to spend a season with him and really get to understand who he is and how he calls plays, and just his confidence, right? That stuff rubs off on the team when just his confidence in the plays and the players and how he can help guys do what they're really good at. And so again, excited to be a part of that.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Adam.
Good to see you all.